The other piece of the culture is, who is CBTG in the marketplace, right? What's our position in the marketplace in Connecticut? I mean, there's a lot of, everybody knows an IT person, right? That's not a way to lead a conversation, right? But how do you qualify an IT person? How do you qualify an IT company? How do you know, because you're an expert at what you do, you're not an expert at what we do. So how do you know if you're looking for a new IT company? How do you know what they're good at? How do you know, what their successes are, what their failures are, how well they're run? It's scary because it's not, like another industry like a painter or a plumber where you can just look at their work. You have to there's some trust involved. And it changes year to year as the industry changes. So what I see, and where I try to position us, and this is, actively, this is a year over year, page one priority for me. What I see is, especially in the last decade or so, Connecticut IT MSPs are kind of falling into two camps, right? There's we'll call it Camp A, and we're in Camp A, by the way. Camp A is the IT companies that have their finger on the pulse. They understand compliance, they're looking hard at AI, they are focused on cybersecurity, they are staffed adequately, and training that staff effectively and ongoing in cybersecurity issues. They are constantly looking at their cyber stack menu to find products that check the boxes of compliance, that check the boxes of being a well-supported product, and also are cost effective, right? And then there's Camp B, which are kind of the also-rans. This is, your smaller startups, company with 2 or 3 employees. Unfortunately, there are also companies with much more employees than that I still would put into Camp B, who are kind of falling behind in that area. And what they do to remain relevant at all is just chop prices, right? So what it does is cast this very wide net of what IT costs are. And when you come and look at our industry from outside and you're qualifying companies, it's very scary because you could see one company charging X amount per month and another company charging Y amount per month, and there's a large disparity between those numbers. How do you know what that means? If it was a different industry, you would just go to the less expensive guy, but that's not really the way you want to make decisions in our industry. So where I try to guide us and where I try to keep CBTG is in Camp A, but with pricing in the middle of the two camps. I think we leave a lot of money on the table. We consistently have left a lot of money on the table. We get to see a lot of our competitors' pricing, other Camp A MSPs, after we win deals that were competitive. Oftentimes it's shared. I'm sure our pricing's been seen by other competitors too. That's just the name of the game. So I know kind of where we land, and often we're 30 to 40% cheaper than the people that we're competing against in Camp A. We're also often 30 to 40% more expensive than Camp B. So sometimes that makes it difficult for sales, and that's probably a testament to the wins that you've made when you're able to pull us through that, because you have to explain those things to clients. But it is something that should be thought about. You can't just make decisions based on price alone.
Yeah, when you're looking at the pricing from other competitors, a lot of times it's not apples to apples. The services and support we're providing could certainly outweigh what they're providing. So if you're just looking at the monthly cost, that could get you in a bind. You want to look at the entire package that we offer.
Yeah.